How's everyone doing? Thank you for joining. So, with this game, I had to cast it. We have the Byzantine Empire, played by Brett is my senpai in yellow, against GiveUAnxiety in green, playing as the Ottoman Empire. We'll see if the Byzantines are going to be able to hold off the Ottoman Empire or if they'll crumble like history entails. So we do have the we do have the Dark Age Military School coming out right now, which is a pretty standard play. This matchup, obviously I'm not very familiar with, since there's very few games being played like this. With so many civilizations, there are going to be fewer matchups. Well, yeah, fewer matchups, let's say, that will be played. This being one of them. Ottomans were already kind of low play rate beforehand. Not the lowest. I believe that actually went to the Malians, which I absolutely loved in the last season. Oh, excuse me. I put in a lot of games as them. Anyways, back to the build. So we have early military school, pretty standard. They could, or GiveUA can go for a fast imp, which was pretty standard in season 5. A lot of the Ottoman players would go a heavy turtle into quick, into a fast imp. Since they don't have to spend any resources on any of their units, they're able to just get units for free. Well, any of the units out of the military school. It's just time based. So they're able to amass a decent sized army for free over a period of time. And as they progress through the ages, they'll be able to upgrade or switch over, rather, not necessarily upgrade, but they'll be able to switch over to other units. In the Dark Age, they'll only have the spearmen. In feudal, they'll get their meta, spahi, and their archers. Depending on the civilization you go is what you would toggle next. Against Mongols, you'll just keep it on spears for the most part the entire way through, because you know some Keshiks are going to be coming. On the Byzantine side, finally we get to see the Grand Winery. This is a landmark that I have said time and time again that I really do like. I absolutely love the Grand Winery. I love what it does. It does enable a heavy mercenary play style. And since that's what the Byzantines really do, that's the only thing that the Byzantines are able to use their olive oil on. It makes sense to go for the Grand Winery. Something I've been kind of theory crafting a little bit is them being more of a multi-TC type civilization based around the Grand Winery. It's difficult, but if you could get a lot of olive groves up and running surrounding the Grand Winery with 2-3 mercenary camps, you'll have a lot of army supply for a resource that's easily generated through just straight farming. Obviously, you'll be getting your normal food as well. On top of that, you get your olive oil, and you don't have to spend any gold on it. You're able to age up not relatively quickly, but after you get your second TC, possibly even your third TC, once you get your cisterns up and running, the aqueducts, Grand Winery, you'll have the villager count, you'll be able to age up, you'll be able to go into your potentially a fast imp as well. You just have to play more of a turtle based. What we see a lot of though is heavy aggression in the feudal into a decent timed castle, into a prolonged castle with the potential imperial if it lasts that long. Enough with the Byzantines for now. We got the Sultani trade work coming up for our Ottoman Empire. This will give him the passive gold he needs. He pulled everything off of gold. He's on wood. So to me, this shows that he's going to be going for more of a slightly prolonged feudal play. Apply the aggression. Second TC is coming down for the Byzantine. Back to the Ottoman though. With that amount of villagers on wood, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he drops down a couple production, or is he just banking it for his own second town center? Usually, so what I would do if I went 2TC, when I go 2TC on any civilization, I'll just mass the wood, because I mean mass the stone, since that's the easiest thing to get denied. Your wood line, not so much. Let's say gets towered here, you can move to this one. It gets towered here, you move up here, and you could just rotate around. With stone, you get towered or aggression gets applied to your stone, you're kind of screwed, especially since both his stone are right next to each other. House is coming through. Oh wow, he's going for trade. He's actually using the Sultani trade network for trade. That's amazing. We have a little bit of fishing eco going off right now too. A bit of harass with the 3 spears that he got for free, and the meta he got for free as well off of his vizier point. Blacksmith and archer range coming down for our Ottoman. The 2 TCs are up and running. 29 workers for GiveUA, 29 as well for Brett is my senpai. Grand Winery giving that extra olive oil, and keep in mind that it does count as a monastery as well. Lets you train the monks, but not until castle age, obviously. And you can place your relics in here. That's a nice little position. He'll be able to get full use out of that in the long run as well. Barely getting his level 2 up and running. Considering he went for the second TC, that's not surprising. Second military school coming up for GiveUA. No upgrades. He has switched over to his archers from his military school. Archer protecting the relic for some reason, or is he just rallied there? That's fine. 1 trade plus his Sultani. What is he up to right now? He only has the 3 traders at the moment. Falling behind on the worker count. That'll start evening out once he starts getting more usage out of both of his markets, his market and his trade network. I'll just be referring to it as a market from here on out though. That's still a lot of villagers on wood. Is he kept? He has control over 2 of the ponds, so that's where he's going to be getting a vast majority of his food income or food resource from. Starting to gather up our Byzantine players, gathering up more stone. He wants to start getting into that level 5 cistern as quickly as he can now. Level 3, those are really well placed cisterns. It's covering his entire base. It has his production. Oh, not sure why there was a random jump right there. It looks like the Byzantine is gonna try to go for a castle play pretty soon. With the way that he's posturing there, a little defensive. Where is okay? There's GiveUA's army. Just rotating around, trying to see what they could get, if anything, while coming up here to deny the trade or deny any harass to the trade, blocking the second little area. So if the Byzantine does want to go towards trade, he has to have, or to go to deny the trade, he still has the far northeast section and straight down the middle. Scouts off, the Byzantine scout sees where GUA's army is, 25 army supply versus 15, primarily archers and javelin throwers, which means he went to the Silk Road, I believe, right? Yeah, I believe that's the Silk Road. The Silk Road contract. Eastern is Keshik and Western is Longbows, as the starting mercenary anyways. Full walls coming up for our Byzantine. There's a single choke right here. He's gonna have to pull back those villagers so he doesn't take any real damage. First villager goes down. Those javelin throwers are going to be able to pick off the archers fairly quickly. One goes down, second at half, third at about 3/4. Still not a lot of olive groves coming up, especially, what does he have? 23 on wood, no olive groves. There they come. Okay. As soon as I mention it, it starts happening. Gotta manifest those olive groves into existence sometimes. Even with that being said, we have 2 docks that are fully operational for GUA. Sorry, it's up here. He's missing 2 right here. 2 fishing boats at the northern one. A little bit of a wraparound, or excuse me, a little bit of a run by coming down south, trying to grab anything he can. He's only gotten 1 villager so far with the amount of pressure he's been applying. Archers doing a little poke damage to the palisade gate. That gets pushed away. I wouldn't be surprised if Brett just starts walling that off as well, so it doesn't happen again. GUA is sitting on 26 archers, 7 Sipahi, 3 meta, 4 spears, 2 scouts. And for Brett, we have 16 archers, 8 Limitai. Wow, I don't know why it was so difficult for me to say that right there. And 8 javelin throwers, which is gonna be amazing to deal with the amount of archers that GUA does have. Goes in, pokes, gets 1 archer down, and a little bit of damage onto a single spear. Wall is coming up on down south. Try to deny the run by. And now GUA is just gathering up the rest of his army. Has he added in any more trade? He's sitting at 11 traders at the moment. Full walls coming in for him as well. Even right here in the middle, obviously avoiding the sacred site. 58 workers to 63 at the moment. 38 army and 44 for Brett. Brett is my senpai, is leading in both army and villager count, worker count. GUA is just scouting around, seeing if he could find anything. Let's see. What does he see? He sees that there is the full wall going up right now. Sees a level 5 cistern as well. Nothing else, but Brett has given up full map control over to GUA, which is going to allow him to eco boom, or well, to trade boom. If he really wanted to, GUA could easily just come. He's sitting on 700 wood. He could make 5 trade posts right now, 5 markets, and they would be uncontested for a very long time. He's going into castle right now with the Mahmed Imperial Armory, which is very, very standard. No chop through. Even though it does look like it now, keep in mind with the most recent update that you still can't, even though the wood line gets chopped or a tree gets chopped down, you still can't cross it because the stump is in the way. It's a good addition, but something I have noticed is that it's buggy. So if you're creating a wall and there's a stump, when it makes these little jagged edges, that way it's nice and flush, villagers can get stuck right there. I had a game where I had to destroy my my end part of the wall because I had 6 villagers stuck there that I didn't notice for, I want to say 4 or 5 minutes easy, because it doesn't tell you that they're idle. They're still attempting to work. They're just stuck in place the entire time. It wasn't until I actually got harassed down there that I noticed my villagers were stuck. Castles coming through for our Byzantine player as well. That is gorgeous right there. So many olive groves. We're sitting at 41 right now. Stone walls are coming in as well for our Byzantine player down south. I'm sure he went, yeah, for the golden horn, and he's grabbing more javelin throwers off of that for now. Has he went up to his veterancy contract yet? Where are you, mercenary? There you are. Veterancy is coming through right now. It needs what, 20 seconds. Let's see if he'll be able to hold. He does have a really decent sized army though, 51 to 62 in the Byzantines' favor, 75 to 77 workers also in the Byzantines' favor, but he is sitting on 26 idle villagers at the moment. Not sure where all your villagers are that are idle. Oh, they're stuck. They were stuck when they built the wall. We see a little push through right now, taking down that palisade gate. And I think the Byzantine player smells blood in the water. He's going to be going in. Oh, wrong button. Sorry, guys. He is going to be pushing in. We see the shield wall coming through right now to reduce any of the possible incoming archer damage. And GiveUA is backing up. He knows that he can't take this fight. He knows he's at a disadvantage. And look at that. A normal spearman would have died off of that one volley, but because the shield wall giving him a 50% damage reduction, he's able to survive a lonely scout down there. Mangonel's shot misses. That had the potential for a lot of damage right now, or right there. But really good reflexes from our Byzantine player. It'll be a while before that falls down. We see GiveUA picking up relics. He has one on the way right now. We did see an Iman trying to grab the middle one. Got sniped out pretty quickly though. There's gonna be a possible engagement right here next to this sacred site. I don't think GiveUA should engage in this though. The eco, good mango shot right there. Really good mangonel shot. That brought about what, 8 units down to less than half. I don't think Brett knows or realizes how far ahead he potentially is right now. So as for their unit compositions, we have 16 knights. Oh, just jumped up to 18 lancers. Wait, giving away a couple free units there. Come on, Brett, pull them back. Nice mango shot right here, dead center of a lot of crossbows and archers. Nice, and another good mango shot. We're seeing a full concave coming in for our Byzantine player. These mercenaries are putting in a lot of work. The things people do for olive oil. He gets cleared out on the left side. The archers are pulling back. Gets cleared out in the right. And Brett takes the first major engagement between the two. Still a couple units getting chased down. Shield wall was up, so it was going to be a little bit more of a micro battle there than what GiveUA most likely wanted to do. But he was able to retain a few units down there. 44 army to 77, 79 army, 80 army. It just keeps going up for our Byzantine player. GiveUA, your manga now. Move your manga now, GiveUA. We have 2 mangoes up now. First mango's gonna go down to first mango goes down to spears, but before it does, it was able to get a gorgeous shot into the range. Another nice shot onto the spears. Let's see, come on. Amazing shot into the archer ball that was going on there. The Byzantine isn't letting up. He's constantly pushing. Another shot, amazing shot into the archers. His numbers are getting whittled down quickly by that, since he's not splitting his army properly. He's not microing it. Another shot, slight contact onto 2 javelins, and the Springald head shots it through the wood line. We have 2 relics up for GiveUA. Another one is on its way. Springald is going for the hunt. We have 3 flamethrowers. First Springald goes down. He's gonna try, our Byzantine player is gonna try to go in, push again, 25 army to 45. Yet again, it's in our Byzantine's favor. There are so many veteran wow, why am I having such difficulty today saying it? So many spearmen up front against the lancers of GiveUA. Crossbows in the back eat an entire mango shot. Another mango shot hits directly, kills off about 5 right there, and the archers clean it up. There's 1 crossbow left there. The army supply is still heavily in Brett's favor, pushing through with the Cherusoph. Why can't I say words right now? 3 flamethrowers are pushing forward. 2 of them are currently stuck in the between the wood line and the mangonel. Another nice shot from the mango into the archers, and now the siege begins. The Byzantines have had enough of the Ottoman Empire, and they're pushing through. Janissaries came out, or have come out. Cataphracts are gonna just get melted very quickly against those Janissaries. Nice upgrades for both players at the moment. We have camel riders coming through now as well from the mercenary camps, most likely the Golden Tower. Golden Horn Tower? Yeah, Golden Horn Tower. Sorry. These Janissaries are putting in so much work right now, but in the back of all of this, those flamethrowers, though, they've already killed off about 3 buildings. We see a keep coming through for our Byzantine player as well. How many villagers is he pulling for that? I don't see any yet. There we come. There we go. There are the boys. 25 of them. He changes his mind after seeing that he lost his forward push. 99 workers for GiveUA, 36 military for him as well. 116 workers for our Byzantine player with 42 supply now. He's also sitting at about 500 olive oil per minute, 1900 food per minute, 2000 food per minute. Wow. But look at his olive garden. He has such a massive olive grove going on right now. I love it. I love to see the grand winery being put to good use. Even through all of that, all the harass that's been going on, the back and forth, only 1 villager has been taken, or excuse me, GiveUA has only killed a single villager, and Brett, is my senpai, has killed 4. The eco looks amazing for both players right now. 27 traders for GiveUA. Brett still has a lot of wood in his base too, and he's still just making more and more olive groves. He really wants to maximize the amount of mercenaries that he can make, and now we see that forward keep coming through. The the flamethrowers, I'm just gonna stop saying words right now. Nice mango shot on the crossbows that are not getting microed. These fights should be going in Byzantine's favor by a lot more if he was splitting his ranged units. The forward keep comes up. He's gonna try to throw a few forward outposts as well. the traders are going to be walking through the crossfire and GG gets called by GUA. The game goes to Brett is my senpai. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you next time.